Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today's subject, jetpacks. And to help us illustrate it, we're going to be using the Sideshow Collectibles 6-scale Boba Fett figure. Let's get started. Okay, so here he is, the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. We're going to be doing an in-flight pose here with Boba Fett. I'm going to hold off putting the jetpack on until last. This is because due to the design of the figure, I don't want to run the risk that I'm going to knock this jetpack off of him while I'm posing him on the flight stand. Now, to get this pose started, you're going to want the top of this gauntlet here to be parallel at all times with the top of the hand. Another thing you want to watch out for is make sure that this guy, his rangefinder, is always perpendicular. His knee pads have slid down in the box, so find where the knee joints are and elevate those things so that they are doing their job. That's covering the knees. All right, well, we're not going to have him using his pistol. We are going to place it in its home, which is right in here. Slide that guy down. This one's got a nice little magnet. For this figure, I'm going to have him taking off. So with that in mind, just to instigate the process, we're going to have Fett start to look to the sky. Now, because of the nature of this gun, this thing's a little bit tricky to actually get onto the figure. So we have to take the hand off, feed the thumb through the back, grab these fingers, and then pull them around. Pull the finger through the trigger guard, and push it all the way up there, just to kind of lock it in place. And there it is. Once that's done, slide that hand right back in. So, to give this character a bit of direction, I'm going to raise this rifle up. Pull this back. You want to give one knee a pretty significant bend. Come down to the foot, bend it down just a bit. The other leg should have just a slight tweak to it. It shouldn't be straight, just a slight tweak to it. And again, bend the foot. And then the cape. Start at the top and find where the draping wants to naturally occur. You see those, how each one of those little wrinkles happens? Continue those down. Let those things follow all the way to the bottom. And then create drapes and folds using the wires in the cape. Waist grabber. It does exactly what the name implies. Try to find a place where it's not going to be visible. I've chosen the space between this red belt and his upper torso body suit. So once you've achieved that, hold it here, pinch it by the back so that it's supported. Find your notch up here on the top post and slide him on down to whatever height you prefer. Now when you get the figure on the stand, you may start to notice things that aren't really going to work. He seems to be leaning back a little bit more than I anticipated when I started the pose, so I'm going to correct a few things here. Bring this back a little bit more and bring his trailing leg back a little bit more. Okay, this guy's tricky. What you have here is you have two little tiny D-rings and then two corresponding hooks on the back of the jetpack that need to slide down onto those D-rings. The trick is that if you're misaligned when you try to drop those hooks onto the D-rings, it's going to knock that D-ring down and the hook, and you're going to have to reset these things every time until you get them right. This might be a time where we can grab this little guy into play. We'll double down on the supports by dropping this one down onto him. Wrap one leg around either side of the flight stand to give him a bit of more of a forward angle there. And you've got that nice forward takeoff on there. One final look around to make sure everything's properly in place. And that looks badass.